Real solid strike right there. Doesn't get any better than that. So I've got a great tip for you today that has improved so many of my students' ball striking, hitting it farther and more consistent. And it's all about the knees. In the golf swing, your knees need to be dynamic, not static. So static knees would look something like this, where I've got no lower body motion. My upper body is the only thing that's moving. Dynamic knees means that your knees are in motion here. And you see my lower body is moving. Now I'm like hula dancing / salsa dancing, and I'm not much of a dancer. Dynamic knees will help you get a whole lot more power and consistency in the golf swing. So with my students, commonly I'll see that the lower body is locked and it's just an upper body swing. And while they might have some decent contact at times, the ball doesn't really go anywhere, and a lot of times contact is inconsistent. And on that swing right there, I only swung at 82 miles an hour, and that was all upper body. When I get my lower body involved, meaning my knees, when I get them salsa dancing, more dynamic, which I'll show you how to do this if you stay tuned. If you get them more dynamic, you're going to amplify that club head speed. So check this out. Going to allow this knee to straighten, this knee to move down, get my body engaged. That felt like a much more solid strike. Straighten it. You can just hear the sound of that off the club. 95 miles an hour, just by allowing the knees to work. So the swing thought that has been improving the ball striking of so many of my students is to think about the knees a little differently. I want you to think about pushing your front knee into the ground right here on your front foot. So as you're pushing that knee down, and you got to keep your head in place. Your head's not going down with the knee. So we have to have good contact too. Keep your head here, push the knee down. It's like we're extending our body to do this, pushing down while keeping my head in place. It's like a pulley system. So I'm standing here, I've got my arms out in front of me, I'm pulling my right shoulder back and up, and I'm pushing my left hand down. That's how I get that feeling. That's how I'm pushing more pressure into that front leg, which I'm going to use for power later. And that's going to spring me off the ground. You ever see players on tour, it's like they extend or jump up off the ground through impact. It's not a coincidence. They're leveraging the ground to get the club to shoot through there at a high rate of speed. We're doing the same thing. It's effortless power. So your static knees are used to just being stuck here. They don't move. And then dynamic knees, we see this. The lead knee moves down, trail knee moves back and up. And from this view, the knee flex changes. And it should change. If it's not changing, your lower body's not working, it's too static. Or you're locking your lower body, which is worse because it causes lower back pain, knee pain, hip pain, all those surgeries. We don't want that. You want to play golf well into your hundreds, so we need to be dynamic with this lower body. I had back pain at 18 because I used to restrict my lower body. I used to keep things locked here. Once you free it up, you'll be amazed at the amount of power. So you're seeing the change in knee flex here. This knee should be in towards the ball from this view. This knee should start moving back this way and up. And then same thing from this view, you're seeing it down, this knee going up. You should be feeling like you're loading up the front leg, pushing down the front leg like there's weight plates like this. Front leg going down a lot more. And the more you can push into it, the more you'll see good golf swing habits like this. Staying centered. So my head's in place and I've got a whole lot more shoulder turn by pushing down into the ground. So more shoulder turn, more power. More hip turn, more power. More hip turn means more shoulder turn, more power. Also, staying centered. Great contact. So pushing the knee down will do more benefits than you trying to slide your knees into each other. Because sliding your knees in means you're shifting off the ball. When you watch golfers on TV, what we tend to see is maybe a little inward kick of the knee, but it's going down. You're going to see this with every player. The angle. Look at that angle right there. It's magical. That knee down, this knee up. Let's hit some more shots. We're going to put pressure down into the ground. Fire it. There's a lot of club head speed right there. So you saw 82 in the old swing with no lower body. You just saw 94 miles an hour there. Same club, different use of the lower body. Let's hit another one. Really solid strike right there. 95.6, just by allowing the lower body to work. How much effort is it? Well, I'm swinging about 80% speed, so I'm not going at it super hard. I'm just swinging normal. So I don't feel like I'm exerting a whole lot of effort into the shot, but I'm getting a good return on my investment. It's like I'm putting in $50 and I'm getting 200 back. That's what it feels like. And we can do that every time. Golf's gonna be a lot more fun. This is how we would build this into your swing, just like my other students who are really loving this move. We'd start off first with that little drill I just showed you in the beginning with the pulley system. You're pushing the left side down, you're pulling the right side up, and then the opposite happens in the downswing. It's like I'm Superman. Use all your power. Then we put a golf club in our hands and we would practice just a short shot here, pushing down and pushing off. So loading the left side, the front side down, keeping my head in place, and then springing off of it. And that springing off it comes in the form of tucking your hips under. So we're actually springing off the ground. It's very powerful. These short shots might have insane amount of power. Just a warning for you at home. You might be breaking windows by hitting it so hard with your wiffle balls. So that would be a good starting point for you. A really powerful chip-esque pitch shot, feeling what it's like to push off of the ground. So I'm barely swinging and that ball is going 100 yards, decent club head speed. 100 yards without much effort. And you would keep pushing this leg into the ground and pushing off of it. And look at my finish here. Am I released through the shot? Oh yeah. My spine is fully released, extended. My knees are also released up. I'm not stuck down here like I see a lot of golfers. This is what causes a lot of pain and frustration in your game. I'm released out of the shot. I can hear the angelic voices right now. And you would just keep building up. That one went 115. I added 10 miles an hour of club head speed. You would keep pushing that knee down and then extending through the shot. So let's really push it down. 3/4. I'm barely swinging. I didn't try and go after that one. You look at the club head speed, 92.2, really solid strike. It says a 198 carry. That's pretty insane. What might surprise you with this is how much speed I can create from a static position. So I'm gonna load up this front side. I'm gonna hold this position and jump off of it. I still had 94 miles an hour of club head speed. I was just holding up there longer than Matsuyama, just waiting to make it rain. So when you go out and you apply this into your game, you're gonna see a lot more club head speed, better contact. If you're looking for a way to play the best golf of your life right now, check out my website, SagutoGolf. It's a complete golf swing training program designed to build your swing up to hit solid, powerful contact like that, shot after shot. Remember, life is too short to play bad golf. So start playing the best golf of your life with SagutoGolf. Thanks for tuning in today. Have an awesome week.